What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes in the day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is Monday, August 19th, and let me address the elephant in the room, okay? There's a pimple. It's on my forehead, okay? Don't look at it, alright? Just don't look at it for the entirety of the video. Just ignore it. I can't make it go away, so don't look at it right now. It'll embarrass me, and please don't stare at it for the entirety of the video. So yet again, we have more MrBeast updates, drama, and news when it comes to basically everyone exposing him for being a terrible person. So okay, Loki said there's a new video by Ty Orr exposing MrBeast as a liar. I also worked for MrBeast. He is a liar. Part 2. This one's only a 6-minute video. If you guys missed the video that we covered last week, it was almost an hour video. It was a guy by the name of Ty Orr who basically said that MrBeast stole his ideas, flew him all the way out there, and kicked him out. Tried to do like a GoFundMe for like $1.7 million. Kind of ruined the entire video and the concept, but it sounds like what he was saying was pretty clear, and now he has a part 2 that's only 5 minutes long that we can just sit here and take a look at right now.
I didn't expect that video to do what it did, and I'm disappointed because it was very messy. It was very unclear, unorganized. So I want to take the time to really address these issues, address the MrBeast team directly, address MrBeast directly, address the criticism, along with adding more information that you guys didn't hear in the first video. I was discombobulated, and now that I'm thinking more clearly, I want to get everything that I know out right now. Everything that was drawn on that whiteboard came from me and was not suggested by anyone else. What they posted on Twitter was completely irrelevant.
Okay, so what do we got here? It says, also here's proof. We worked on that idea thumbnail of 2023. He definitely didn't come up with it, as the idea has been floating around for 3 years since Fall Guys came out. So it looks like around August 10th, someone came out to kind of dispute his video and his claims about things being his ideas, and someone else said it was not his idea.
It doesn't show any proof of anything that it was their idea. They had been thinking of it, and if they did, they would have done it a long time ago. But they clearly did not think of any of that stuff themselves. They wanted an outside person to come help them so that they can complete their objective. That had nothing to do with me. That post was irrelevant, didn't make sense, and it didn't prove a single thing. The point is, they were flying out vulnerable, regular people.
What does this say? Oh yeah, then why was it used right after the dude gave them guys the video idea, etc.? I'll wait for a part 2. He fakes signatures, allegedly not far to think he steals ideas too. That's not something you can take him to court. What is this English? Is it early? Am I a little stupid right now? Okay, wait a minute.
Under false pretenses of having an actual job in order for them to give them ideas so that they can send them home legally, and they'll be like, hey, we got a brand new video idea. It's the easiest way to generate video ideas without actually having to pay for them. I didn't produce all the evidence in the first video because I didn't think it through. It was all based on emotion, and then I just kind of sat in my room and I set up my camera and started talking. The reason I stayed silent for so long was because in that process, in that time, I was actually trying to look for lawyers, and I found one. I sent him all my information, and then he turned me down because it was going to be a losing fight. Why did I thank Chris? This genuinely upsets me because it's thrown out of context, and we're actually getting away from the whole point of this video, the whole point of me telling my story. That surprise witness TV, that chick covers that story so well. She hit it right on the nose. She explains it way better than I ever could, but I'm not thanking Chris. I'm thankful for the opportunity that I'm able to now shed some light on another issue that's now arising. That's the whole point of that. I don't need clout. I don't need subscribers. I've never really felt comfortable on camera, so clout is not one of my things that I'm looking for right now. That's just not the things that I'm looking for. New information. So when I was in that warehouse working for MrBeast, on that video, the world's most dangerous obstacle course, I was walking to the bathroom and I saw Mac there. At the time, I was actually fangirling. Funny thing is, in the auditorium, they had 100 glass boxes working on the video ages 1 through 100. We haven't even started working on the world's most dangerous obstacle course. So why was Mac there? Bonus question. Honestly, ask yourself this question. If you were the contestant for that video, that series, and it wasn't Mac, do you really think you're gonna do a walkthrough of the warehouse? Do you really think you're gonna get a heads up? That's just more proof that they're actually faking their videos. We don't get that treatment. We get the DocuSign. It's 2024. Everything is done online. After all the allegations, it's not too far-fetched to think that a person like this could steal ideas or could cheat, could fake videos, do all the things that he's been accused of. It's not so far-fetched.
So I felt like that was a lot of information. I watched his original video and I'm watching this one now, and it feels like there's still some context that I'm missing in the situation, but it sounds like right now he's just now claiming that MrBeast fakes his videos. There's docu-signs, I'm guessing, with like NDAs or things that you're not allowed to say. But then I guess a person by the name of Matt appeared on set, which kind of suggested that he was probably in on whatever video that was getting made. I'm gonna be completely frank, be honest, I honestly don't care if MrBeast fakes his videos. I don't care if on one hand he says, I don't fake videos, and then he fakes his videos. Like, I'm past that. I think the things that we've been learning about MrBeast and his crew and his team over the past 2, 3, 4 weeks, almost an entire month now, has gotten to the point where if it's something about him just lying over the creation of videos, it really is just a little drop in the entirety of the bucket. It already has things like Ava Chris Tyson and then Shadman and then people over the MrBeast games, updates going on there as well. I'm gonna let you know in a second. Like, a lot of bad things happening in the background. I don't really care if MrBeast is faking his videos, but if he's saying that MrBeast is flying people over and then also, you know, stealing their ideas, that's a pretty big deal, okay? Because, you know, they're MrBeast and his crew. We read the document last week, and it said that they're always trying to kind of cut corners, you know, trying to save money, not spend and throw money at everything. So maybe they found creative ways to get information from people without paying them. That is a possibility. I can see people potentially doing that. Yeah, so far I'm listening to the video and it doesn't feel very coherent. I watched his previous video as well, but let's continue. We're halfway through. Let's see if we can make more of it. He is calling MrBeast a liar. That's the biggest thing. And if he's able to prove the credibility that MrBeast lies, it just makes whatever MrBeast have to say weaker in the future. He might also have to address this as well.
The thing was that they had some major cult vibes. I remember specifically there were 2 girls there with me, and one of the girls was on her like second or last day, I would believe, and she hated her life. She did not want to be there, and they did not let her go either. And it got to the point where she completely stopped working and she would just sit in the corner, and they stopped giving her activities. They stopped giving her stuff to work on, and she just sat there to the end of the day. And not only did they do that, and she was no exception, they worked all of us to like 12:30, 1 in the morning. I even got a clip of me coming back at 1 in the morning.
I just got in my room. I mean, it's what you expect for, you know. But, you know, I'm gonna set my shit up over there in the office, well, my office right there in the corner. King size bed. There's nothing much really to look at, honestly, but if you guys are curious, nice view of the parking lot. So yeah, we're in Greenville. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, it is 1 a.m. and I am absolutely tired, so take a shower, go to bed. I'll see those fools in the morning.
These are strenuous conditions, and we're working till like 1 in the morning with...
Damn. I was gonna say, this man was calling them fools in real time. He was not happy while he was working there. I am pretty privy when it comes to working really late nights. A lot of you guys already know this story because I say it all the freaking time. But yes, I was Big 4 public accountant. Okay, so I used to work for a big firm, and yeah, I'd be waking up at 6 a.m., get to the office at 7, and then I'd be back home at like 1 a.m., maybe 2, and then go back to sleep, rinse, wash, repeat during busy seasons. Not fun, you know, just kind of getting squeezed dry. They have a little soul out of you. 3 coffees a day. This one sounds like he came in for a job, and it looks like one of the days there he was up until 1 a.m. And it makes sense with the document that we read about MrBeast, because it sounds like they don't have like work hours. It's not like an 8 to 5. It's you come here and we need to work in order to get a project done, and until that project is done, we are going to kind of keep working hours aside.
Nothing to show for it. Another thing I will say, imagine if it was you, imagine if it was your best friend, someone in your family, your brother or your sister, and they're so excited. They're posting everywhere, I'm gonna work for MrBeast. They're so happy, and then they come home and they tell you that what happened. They tell you the entire story. 99% of you will be like, damn, that's messed up. We can't veer away from the actual truth. If I deliver the information wrongly, that's on me, but we can't veer away from the truth that what he's doing is really messed up to people who are vulnerable, regular people, a multi-million or billion-dollar company who is taking advantage of the public, the people who love him the most. I was a fan. I feel bad for the girl who couldn't leave. I feel bad for her because she found out something that I didn't know until later. And lastly, I know I said there was a vibe check, but there really was not a vibe check. What they ended up doing was sticking me into a room with people who are already working on videos, and these guys are employees. They don't necessarily care about me. They're working their 9 to 5. They're literally working just to go home. home. So there was no real vibe check. Once that objective was done, they didn't need me anymore. They sent me home. As far as the GoFundMe, that was a mistake, and it was truly embarrassing after actually seeing it. It was embarrassing. And after some thought, even though I did an pinned comment, I'm not going to apologize for that. I don't want you guys' money. Everything was refunded. If you don't listen to me, listen to Dogpack. There are so many things that make sense, and there are so many things that don't make sense that just can't be ignored at this point. So with that being said, I want to address Jimmy himself. Everything that I'm saying and Dogpack is saying and what Jake Weddle is saying and what everyone is saying directly converts into dollar signs. And you know this. Everything we've said directly converts to dollar signs for you. But most importantly, you've always said, I want to make the best YouTube videos ever. I want to make the best videos on YouTube. And I have an idea for you. How about you address your followers? How about you address the people who blindly follow you? Address the people who are being deceived by you constantly, day by day by day. How about we make that video? How about it, Jimmy? That would be the best retention of all time. Here are my receipts. Here's my proof. Defend yourself. Let them know everything, because the silence is deafening. You aren't the president of the United States. Crazy thing is, even Trump would do it. He will tweet about it. This man will go on TV. You can pick up a phone, go live, and say, hey, this, and that. It's not that hard. I'm doing this for the people who will eventually get the same email that I did. I looked for videos of what it was like to work for MrBeast before I even got there. I don't want the same thing that happened to you. You need to protect yourself. My only objective is to get the truth out and to protect those people who may not know better, just like me. My DMs, unfortunately, are always open, so whether it's a good or positive experience, I would love to guide you through it. And just remember, take everything with a grain of salt, but most importantly, I want you to prepare yourself.
Woo! Oh, jeez, that felt like some. He called him out. He said, "Jimmy, where you at? Where you at, dog? You need to make your own MrBeast video starring you, MrBeast, and get the longest. You got to address that." I'm feeling a lot of energy from this video, and a lot of people, very, very strongly disgruntled employees, where I don't think you can actually fake this kind of emotion. Like, these people truly feel like both him, both Dogpack, both Jake, these people truly don't seem like actors. They seem like they really done dirty. And not only do they feel like they got done dirty, but they also feel like other people, entire MrBeast games, a lot of other people were victims as well. I don't see any kind of insincerity in this guy's statement. I mean, some of it's a little bit confusing. There's clearly some points where he was just not happy while he was at the, it just didn't turn out the way they had hoped, the experience kind of situation. But I gotta say, I don't feel like he's lying. And I mean, I do agree with him. Jimmy is going to eventually have to reply to literally just a mountain of allegations going all the way back from what happened with, like, the longer this drags out, we're going to get a 2-hour, 3-hour freaking documentation from MrBeast. I don't even think he's going to address everything, maybe just the most crucial things. But even then, he's going to be under a radar from like Amazon and all these other corporations. Man, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. I knew that it would keep getting dragged out, but just seeing it in live getting dragged out like crazy is kind of wild. And yeah, there's a second claim, guys, here from Rosanna Pansino talking about the whole Beast games that Jimmy's doing over there in Vegas, right? Like, again, guys, this is the drama, the story that never freaking ends, and that seems to be like an infinite amount of just bad things that seems to come out from it. Rosanna Pansino, for those of you guys don't know, I'll just frankly say it, MrBeast is one of his biggest haters of all time. Okay, ever since she got done dirty from like a YouTube video where she did a MrBeast video and she was supposed to get like 3rd or 4th place, but apparently she said like they like moved it up so like Logan Paul could be at the top or something to make it look better or something. She has hated this man ever since. So whenever there's some bad news about Jimmy coming out, Rosanna Pansino is out here to let you guys know what the tea is. This time, she said, I received confirmation from 5 verified contestants that for the first round of Beast games, a man named Armani Izzati was allowed to compete. He was previously charged with at least 20 counts for battery, 20, damn, kidnapping, pandering, aka pimping, and robbery. He pled guilty to the pimping charge, acknowledging the significant evidence against him. He allegedly also slept near female contestants before being kicked off set for inappropriate behavior. Some of the female contestants confirmed being very uncomfortable around him. He is also friends with Jake Paul and other influencers. Why was there not an adequate background checks to catch people like this? God damn. This man Jimmy can just not catch a break. What do you mean that you accidentally included a contestant in your game that had 20 counts of battery and kidnapping? You got the Amazon money, right? Like, I can understand if you're doing something like amateurish, right? And then you bring in people and then, whoops, you know, we didn't have enough resources, right? But you got Amazon Prime resources here, right? This is something where you gotta go through the due process of the background. I don't know, maybe the background. I don't know. There's an article, right? But it doesn't look bueno. Oh my God. And it's an article from April 26, 2013. Oh man. And he's friends with Jake Paul, they said. And he made his way into the Beast games. How did he get nominated? Oh man, or maybe did they not? I have to assume, guys. Okay, look, if you're sitting here, let's just you and I talk really quickly. Can we please? I have to assume that as a normal person running the MrBeast games, that there's no way that like you're MrBeast or something, and you come across this guy Arman Azadi, and then you just know what he's done, right? And then you'd be like, yeah. Let's just put him into the right. Like this has got to be something where maybe a background check wasn't performed to all the contestants or something. But at the same time, how does a guy like this, who's in the connection with Jake Paul, so he's probably in the YouTube space, how did he make his way into the? And I want to say like how, right? But then we already have evidence of freaking Jimmy hiring someone who pled guilty to basically abusing a child, right? He pled guilty to it. So we know that Jimmy brings in people who have prior convictions, priors, but like man. But guys, pause. Have you ever been in a car accident? Because you guys know that I have, and yeah, it sucks. Especially if you get hurt, because then you got to figure out how you're going to pay for all of these expensive medical bills while trying to manage your own injuries at the same time. It's exhausting, it's tiring, but that's exactly where Morgan & Morgan comes in. Contacting a personal injury attorney should be your first step when it comes to any kind of car accident. It's a no-brainer, and it costs you nothing unless you win. You have nothing to lose, and a firm like Morgan & Morgan can quickly determine if you have a case. And when they do have a case, they don't settle for lowball offers. Morgan & Morgan have achieved significant verdicts in the past few months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes. Yours might be worth millions as well. There's no need for you to visit law offices and sit through long consultations. You can submit a claim and have a lawyer review your case with only 8 clicks on your phone. And from there, you can upload documents, medical records, and text your attorney and legal team throughout the duration of the case. LDR, you just got into a car accident and your current and future health are at stake. An instant call to Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, may be all you need to get the compensation that you deserve. If you ever got seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at https://forthepeople.com/omni, found in the description, or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. And again, special thanks to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's video. So guys, MxR Plays. Remember I told you guys a few weeks ago that they got their channel officially deleted, their main channel, millions of subscribers, right? These guys have had 300, 400,000 views per video. They'd cover like Reddit topics, little risque things with a lot of risky thumbnails and stuff, right? That's the kind of channel that they had, and they got deleted for like, I think a video that from like a year back, it kind of got them the 3 strikes that they got on their channel to be absolutely terminated. And I said, you know what? I have a feeling that they will return. This always happens with them, where like every like 6 months, their channel looks like it might get deleted or something might get banned, or maybe they'll get expended or something, and they just come back. But it's been quite a while. They have not returned, and their channel is still gone on YouTube. It's still officially gone. And it looks like I said, MxR Plays, they made a final goodbye on their second channel. What the hell? This is the end of a freaking era, bro. These guys have been around for a very long time. It's a 35-minute video that we don't have time to watch the whole thing with, unfortunately. But here it is. It's on their second channel, MxR Plus. It's got 60,000 likes. Now people make me question this like, dislike. I'm gonna just keep going with it anyway. But 60,000 likes. You know, a lot of people here saying, just really upset about this, saying that's the end of an era. But let's just watch a little bit of this bad boy while they say goodbye. Oh man, these guys are the OGs. They've been on YouTube for a long time.
All right, so this is our final video on YouTube.
Hello.
Our final last goodbye to you guys.
Bye-bye.
I'm actually pretty...
I feel like it's not goodbye. I'm pausing. I feel like it's not goodbye. I feel like it's not goodbye. It's never fully fully goodbye when it comes to these guys. But let's keep going. Look like Jenny is already about to start crying.
nervous for this video.
I'm very, very nervous.
I feel like I have a lot to say. I feel like this is the last chance to say everything that I've wanted to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like wrote a speech and everything. I wrote like everything down word for word because I don't want to mess it up. But even at the same time, I'm also like, I also want to like ramble.
The fitness pacer exam. Just keep going and going. When I was a poor young boy. Sorry.
First of all, if you guys don't know about the situation itself, like obviously MxR Plays is officially terminated. If you go and check the channel, it says it keeps switching between like either community guidelines or legal issue. I don't know what YouTube is doing, guys. Whatever it is, the channel is gone. And I had tried reaching out to my YouTube guy. He actually did respond this time. And yeah, it went pretty much exactly how I expected. And it's essentially like, you know, basically a lot of people report our videos. And even if they're technically not really breaking the rules, YouTube just kind of sees their channel and is like, well, we're just going to count this as a strike, even if it's not technically a strike, because they don't really want to deal with us being on the platform, because obviously they see us as slightly problematic with the thumbnails and the, yeah. So we do get kind of biased against, I think, and that's kind of why our channel is good.
I had a feeling that's basically what it is. So if you guys aren't familiar with MxR Plays, if you're not familiar with their channel, like I just said, like they have a lot of risque clickbait, right? It'll be like a girl bent over kind of thing. Like it's, but it sounds like they kind of ran their thumbnails through another YouTube person to be like, hey, are we right above the level of where it is okay? They're looking for the line where it's not okay and it is okay, and they like to just tread right on it, sometimes a little below it or whatever, and they'll get strike. And that's basically their entire YouTube channel, is just clickbaiting right on the line when it comes to the thumbnail. And it looks like maybe YouTube found a legal reason, an actual justification to kind of get them, you know, banned, and they were like biased and like, good. We've been looking for reasons to just basically yoink them off the platform. This was in it, so therefore we're going to lean very, very hard into this termination and just keep it. That's what it sounds like, right? They were basically a problematic channel, like they said, and YouTube was looking for any reason to kind of just get rid of them permanently.
At least they're honest this time.
Yeah.
That they're just like, yeah, we'll just be very honest. We don't want you here. And like, and at this point, I don't care if you follow our rules or whatever, just fuck off. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, and like, you know, a pretty good example of this is the fact that people are uploading our video that we upload on Patreon, where I explain the strike, and I showed the strike itself in its entirety, what got us a strike, the exact video clip, and people are re-uploading that onto YouTube, and those are still existing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, regardless, we are now going to be uploading all of our videos onto Patreon, obviously. We're going to be keeping a very similar schedule that we've had here on the channel, except on Patreon, which is like one video every 3 days. It's going to be the same kind of reaction videos along with our normal Patreon videos, which involves some pretty spicy things as well. But, you know, you just got to go there and find out what that is. So,
yeah, I mean, again, I keep, maybe this is me smoking the hopium pack, because I feel like I've seen these guys in this position many, many times, but they're like, yeah, we're about to just upload consistently on Patreon. And I don't know. It's like one of those things where like someone like dies and they just come back to life over and over, right? So you just assume if someone dies, they just come back to life. I don't know why that's the thing that came to my head, right? But like someone now dies, like this is it, this is the permadeath, like on Marvel movies or comics, right? They're dead, but you know, we didn't see the death kind of thing. Or they're dead, or we didn't see the body, you know, like, you know, John Wick, we didn't see, they're all coming back. This is, you know, that's kind of like how I feel like it's always happening here, but it's not. Let me go back to the end. They said they were going to say our final goodbye. So I'm going to go to the end, because I'm assuming that's when they're going to, you know, basically say goodbye.
all right. And we'll never see you ever again. Peace.
Bye.
Or you can see us on Patreon. Go check out the Patreon. Stay in touch. Bye-bye now.
Oh, that was it. Some reason I thought it was gonna be like a heartfelt, like, where, but no, they're just like, all right, well, I'll never see you again. Peace. And you can follow them on Patreon if you guys are still fans. So interestingly enough, as I'm watching this MxR Plus video, I'm looking over to my right and I see I don't know if y'all can see it. I see something that says, I caught Jimmy in a secret recording by Jake Weddle. Jake Weddle being the guy who was talking on the Dog Pack video, talking about, you know, exposing him. He was the person, the main guy who was under the Geneva Convention, who had to stay up and be a part of the MrBeast video. And he talked about his situation and how it was terrible. And now, what do you mean that you caught Jimmy in a secret recording? Hey, Jake, I work at MrBeast. Jimmy doesn't know I'm recording him saying this. All right, I don't normally do this, guys, but I'm just curious. I can't watch 20 minutes of a video, but I'm just curious. Did they really catch MrBeast saying something?
It's not really that big. It's still the crime, still the toys, that's more interested. These schools still making you wonder never so. What are our options? Is this legally considered defamation? Because I'm struggling here. Can someone please tell me just what my options are here? Because we were supposed to launch the toys today. Jake knows what he wants. Jake knows what he thinks he needs. He just wants to be a stupid stand-up comedian and making him all that free. He has no idea how much fucking money I spent on that video to scrap it. Jake, I don't think Jake's a problem. I think it's Dawson. We need to really push.
That's right. I got that sent to me, and you know what? That was AI. Yeah, that was AI, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty damn good AI, wasn't it?
Am I getting clickbaited? What do you mean? Okay, that is okay. You know what? I'm getting. Stop it. Don't say it's AI and it's like it's not really AI. That was a crazy conversation. But if that conversation was AI, that literally sounded like MrBeast in the background. What is he trying to say here? I'm a little confused.
Jimmy called. Well, he texted. First, I was at a pizza place in Brooklyn. You know, just eating a pizza. That's what you do at a pizza place in Brooklyn. Oh, where is my Jimmy DM? Oh, where is my Jimmy DM? He said, hey, I wanted to reach out and say I didn't mean to cause you mental stress with that video, and I apologize. Clearly, it had an effect on you. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other $190,000. And I'd love to make things right with you. I have zero expectation of you mentioning me sending you this money publicly or taking down any videos. This is just me wanting to help you out and make sure you're good. I just need to know if you still have the same bank or not. We'll send you the money on Monday. Wish you the best. Now, let's talk about that.
MrBeast just sending this man $200,000 casually? Is that what? Hey man, hey look, I'm not telling you to take down no videos. First of all, the fact that MrBeast is actually responding in any kind of way without like, what in the, is this a real thing or is he making this up again? Because this is crazy. I'm a little speechless. But MrBeast just out of nowhere, hey, I heard that the video you didn't like what happened to you. Sorry, bro. Here's $200K, the rest of the prize money. You don't have to. I don't care what you do with it. You can tell people or not. But I mean, let me keep hearing this.
Want him to make a public spectacle about his apology to me. I still think he owes a massive collective something. You know, an apology, an explanation, just a statement. And as of this moment, you know, more stuff is going to come out. So I think he should wait and publicly say something about everything soon. Okay. But he's got to digest everything as it trickles out, right? So for me, the personal apology, the person-to-person thing, you know, there was no lawyers around. It wasn't a spectacle. There was no camera in my face. I respected that. That's how I would have wanted it to go down. But I couldn't take it. I couldn't take 100. And I just couldn't take it. Because
you couldn't take the money? Look, I'm taking it. I'm taking the 200 for free. No obligations, no nothing, just like MrBeast and a multi-billionaire saying, hey, sorry, here, let me pay out the rest of your prize money. There's no expectations attached to it. What? What do you mean? I mean, do they feel like this is a major buyout? Does he feel like he's entitled to more because through a lawsuit or something? Like, I don't know. I don't know, brother. You guys can let me know. Maybe my morals are off, bro. But there's no way I'm saying no to free $200,000 from a billionaire.
It's still a mechanism of the game. It's still like the rest of the prize money, and that's not what it was about. But the other consistent point I was making was when you have no money. It's not a choice, is it? So I need that money. But I don't want you guys to think that that's going to change how I feel. I don't want you guys to think I'm going to go back on anything I said. I still want Dogpack's videos to come out and shed light on some stories that need to be heard.
Am I stupid? Brother, take the money and then keep the same energy, right? You don't have to change after you took the money. Like, yeah, thanks for the rest of the prize out. Yeah, I probably did appreciate it. Thanks, Jimmy. Anyway, and just keep the same energy. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Because I don't think getting the rest of that prize money makes things whole if he doesn't feel like it makes things whole. He can just say, yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. But that's not going to make things whole. I still want an apology. I still might even sue, I don't know. But maybe lawyers involved are saying don't take the money. There could be some ramifications here. If he does take the money, then down the road in the future, if things happen, I don't know. Maybe someone might look at it as a kind of like a hush money or a payout. I don't know. Maybe there are repercussions to taking the money that I don't recognize here. But shit, you owe me $200K. Be like, hey man, no expectation, no strings attached. Hello, give me that shit right now. All right, let's wrap up today's video with a couple things you probably need to know. Yodo saying Gamescon is this week. That's right. Jeff Keighley, Geoff Keighley. Tuesday, we are live in Germany for Gamescon Opening Night Live, a 2-hour showcase of what's next for video games with gameplay reveals, new game announcements, plus and more. I gotta tell y'all, when it comes to here's the hype promo that I edited. Jeff is always being like, yeah, I edited video for a hype promo. But when it comes to these things, whether it's Gamescom or Snooze Fest, Summer Game, whatever it is, I feel like it's just 2 hours of just mid or below mid. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I feel like it's just not a very enjoyable experience, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's because of maybe the Nintendo showcases and the showcases we get from Xbox and or PlayStation are just so much light years better or something, but I feel like these things are just, I'm gonna be completely frank and honest, kind of like a cash grab kind of situation where you can charge these developers a lot of money to basically put their games out to be shown at a con kind of thing, and then we sit here and we watch it. And to be honest, when it comes to watching video games that are coming out, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a lot. I honestly just would like to see 30 seconds of play this game and it's pretty hype, and then I'm good to go. But 2 hours worth of just endless footage for one game that makes it so that I already know what's going to happen before the game comes out. I don't know. I feel like it should be a more fun time than it really does end up being. And also, he said, just to get this out of the way, no Silk Song on Tuesday. Team Cherry Games is still cooking, okay? So I don't know if I'm going to be watching it tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll see. I'm not expecting anything. I'm still waiting for Silk Song. I'll still bring my nose, my clown emoji and all of that for the next stream. But yeah, I feel like the hype for Silk Song is just, it's fading. When it does come, I'll be there. I'll be present. But I'm done hoping and wishing and praying. I'm gonna just let them cook, okay, until infinity. And when it's time to eat, it's time to eat. Also, what you guys probably need to know: more Attack on Titan. That's right, the final chapter, final chapter, final. The guys don't know, Attack on Titan, one of the most popular animes of time, ended about a year ago, I would say, around this time frame, and now they're coming out with a movie. Yes, they're doing spins on it. Andre said, we're getting a lot more AOT. Attack on Titan, the final chapter of The Last Attack anime movie announced. A 145-minute final chapter compilation film with improved visuals. It will release on November 8th, 2024. So it ain't over till it's over. Did you already watch the anime? Well, now you get to watch the movie version of as well. And to be honest, if they do play this whole compilation with improved the visuals are already great. But if it's in movie theaters, I might have to watch. I might have to cop. It was pretty epic. I would love to kind of do it. I know it's wild because it's never the final. It's just always the final. But yeah, I definitely will still watch. And last but not least, we have a random story that you guys asked me to just cover. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going in here completely blind. But as of looking at this and reading it for you guys, there's 28 likes, 11. You guys were like, I should cover this. So I'm going to go in blind and just read something that I have no idea what's happening and you have no idea what's happening, and we will find out what's going to happen after we're done reading it. Speed4 said, this whole thread about a manga company by the name of Saturday AM. Apparently, some shady stuff has been going on, and this guy, Monitor Comics, has been documenting the issues involving them. More eyes need to be on this because a lot of this stuff is scummy. And it looks like since July 4th last month, this person by the name of Monitor Comics has created a thread talking about a certain publisher. As I continue to read, everyone's like, please talk about this, Omni. Please look into this, right? So I'm like, okay. Monitor Comics actually replied and said, here are easier versions to read about the situation with Saturday AM, the world's most diverse manga magazine. The situation is ongoing. The original Twitter thread is a bit messy with main plots, side plots, and filler plots. 60-minute read? 60-minute read? Bro. Yeah. No, I will not. In fact, I'm done. I'm leaving the video right now.